Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. This end of day report is for trading on Wednesday, November the 1st, 2017. Well, today was FOMC day, and it meant absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Let's take a look at some charts and see why that is the case. First chart you have here is the weekly chart of silver. You can see we are flat topping, topped out. Downtrend channel, broke the channel, moving sideways underneath the Kumo cloud, struggling. Is it possible it can break up in the cloud? Yeah, all things are possible. Momentum's showing pointing up, but more than likely it's going to hit his head right here and roll right over and collapse down and get back into free fall. That is what I am seeing here on the screen, even though it is holding that momentum steady, but only by a thread. Market needs to close above $17 even this week, or it is going to open the floodgates of bearishness for next week. Looking at gold. The gold chart here is looking the same. This is a downtrend channel, folks. It is established well off the highs, and it is the momentum is flat. It's lost its weekly momentum. All right, it needs to get back up above 1283.60 on the close this week, or it also opens up downside floodgates. But this one is more elongated, so this flat line can actually do nothing and just trade within this narrow range for an extended period of time, unless we cut through the Kumo cloud. If it cuts through this cloud, folks, on any kind of break whatsoever, then it's a done deal. It is a done deal at that point. All right, so let's see here. Moving on, let's take a look at the GDXJ. All right, looking at GDXJ. And right now, same situation. This is the first leg of the downtrend channel, second leg of the downtrend channel. Price action taking place below the momentum line here, needs to close above $33.24 this week, or it also opens the door to further downside for next week. So looking like the market wants to lock in on this downside here, folks. All right, so looks like a pretty big fall that's coming. Looks like we're about to crash through that $30 handle. Don't like to say it, but it is what it is. Looking at your junior silver miners, SILJ, same thing here. This one looked like it was trying to rise, but it's locking. It looks like it wants to lock in too. It needs to close above $11.57, or this one's going to come crashing down too. All right, what else we got here? Let's take a look at the US dollar. All right. On the US dollar, have kind of an inverse situation going. I think this market wants to lock in, and I think it wants to test the trend line resistance overhead at 96. I think that's where we're going. We're going to 96. And it looks like it's going to close above 93.93 this week, so it should have no problem doing that. Unless it doesn't, and then it breaks momentum, and you know what that means. Taking a look at the bonds. How did the bonds do? Let's take a look. All right, so the bonds got stronger, caught a big bid here, folks. All right, it's already made it up to that 153 handle, which is the first trend line resistance. Second trend line resistance is at 154.23, and I think it might try to take a run at it. A close above 152.19 this week would open the door to further rallying for next week. A close above 153.18 this week would definitely swing the door wide open for that run back up to that 154.23 resistance, and probably pop up above it, get us deep into the Kumo cloud here, where the market could just consolidate for a while. So we're going to see what's going to happen here. Right now, it's peeking its head in the cloud, hitting resistance. Still in a downtrend channel. It's still in a downtrend channel. Will we get sold at the top of the range like we did here? Or like we did here? 3 times is a charm, folks. We'll see what happens on that one. All right, let's take a look at the NASDAQ. Okay, looking at the NASDAQ, as you can see here, it's still way above the momentum line of 61.19 half. As long as it closes above it, it's good to go. It is locked and loaded. This trend is locked in, and I still don't see any end in sight. All right, as long as it closes above the momentum line, this is going to keep on running for next week. Now, looking at the daily momentum below here, right here on this bottom left-hand side, you see it popped up and really did not correct. If it comes down to here, that's still good because it has support at 61.30 it could bounce from. So, like I said, this one is still uber bullish. All right, let's see what else we need to take a look at quickly. Let's see. Crypto space. Let's take a look at that crypto space. Here we go. All right, GBTC. All right, let's pull this one up here. Okay, as you can see, it finally exploded, folks. All right, it rallied from its base. It rallied from that 700 level all the way up to 949. We've just pulled back, and right now we closed at 848. So this one was a nice pop-up. This is the beginning of the extension. Need another week like this to stay above this, to lock in, and then this old high is gone. And this is a pointer, so you know we had to try to come up here and get near it. All right, this is just the first initial thrust. One more week should be able to extend it, get out to maybe the 1100 handle, maybe 1124. I'm looking for 1124, and that would really do it. So this one is looking super bullish. All it needs to do is close above 729.77, and you are good to go. That's all it needs to do. Looking at the counterpart, B to the T to the C to the S. Let's see what we got here. All right, this one's flat. I'm surprised it's not moving better with the Bitcoin and tracking like GBTC. Got mad open interest though. It's really starting to get some more momentum here on the daily. Let me go ahead and show that. All right. See, it came up, popped up a little bit, came down, popped up again. Now it's just kind of laying here. On the daily, it's getting toward this Kumo cloud here. It could fall down, but if it can make a good pop run like it did back here, it would have enough to stay in the cloud and float for a while. That's what this elongated period is right here before the rampage. So this is probably just going to be flat, and then all of a sudden it'll just explode, and it'll be a $40 stock like overnight. So that is the story on that one. XIV. Is XIV sending a signal of a market top? Thought so on this one here, but this is a pointer. Right now, though, it's safe. It needs to stay above 104.85 on the close this week, and it will carry more momentum for next week and take out the 113.59 high. Failure to do that, this fails to relock back in, and then we roll over and gain momentum to the downside. I do believe that I was the one that told you about NVIDIA going to 200. Well, here you are. And it's locked in, so now it wants to go deep into the 200s. Let's eye that 225 for right now. We're going to eye 225. So this one's locked and loaded and on its way to 225. All right. Next up, let's see what else we got. I know I'm missing something. Oh, the crude oil. Here we go. All right, crude oil breaking back up to the top side of that range again. All right, here's what it looks like. It's 55, okay? 55, it always has a problem with that 55. All right, made a little sword, a little knife here, a little pointer. But remember, this is crude oil, so pointers abound everywhere. It's all over the place. But here we are. Can it close above the $55? If it can do it, then you have the possibility of seeing a stage one bull market come into play. And maybe even get to a stage 2 or 3. And it can do it with the snap of a finger, because this is crude oil, the gangster market. A close above 52.43 this week would keep the momentum strong for next week. Ferry to close above that, and you know what that means. You go back down here to this trend line and running the risk of falling below the Kuma cloud. Let's see where it runs. So far, so good. All right, and let's see what else. Let's look at this euro yen. See if there's any more clues on the horizon as to what's happening. All right, the euro yen is struggling with the momentum here. Needs to close above 132.50 this week, or it stands the risk of falling off the cliff, getting caught in the gulf where it will stay for a while before the next rampage. But this is kind of concerning here. This is weak. All right, it's not looking good. It's toppy. All right, it's toppy. Could this spell doom for the stock market? Is the stock market getting ready to roll? Is this the last leg of the stock market? The stock market, I have to tell you, it is in a stage 3, folks. That is the final stage of a configuration. Stage 3 can last indefinitely. It can last a long time. But just know that that is the stage where when the trend shifts, it shifts. The game is over, okay? So just keep that in mind. The stock market is in leg 3, all right, of the pulse wave trend cycle. Stage 3 is a mature trend, all right? The only thing about it is once it's over, it's over. All right, it usually gives up the ghost quickly. Stage 3s give up the ghost quickly. Let me say that one more time. Stage 3 pulse wave trend cycles give up the ghost quickly. Need I remind you of what happened to silver once it hit that $50 top? It rolled over immediately and with shocking speed, breathtaking speed. So keep that in mind, folks. I'll let you know when it's time to throw in the towel. Right now, it's not necessarily that time because not all the indexes are on one accord yet. You got this security over here saying, okay, you can go ahead and look for a short at the price inflection point, and then it doesn't materialize, while the other ones are saying no. When they all start giving off those signals, then we know it's time. And it's not time yet because the XIV hasn't really stopped and the euro yen hasn't officially rolled over yet. So we're still in a bullish configuration, bullish complexion overall. And it's still safe to buy the pullbacks, buy the dips, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. It just is what it is. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, with that being said, remember pulsewavetrading.com 7-day free trial is quickly coming to a close. If you do not take advantage of it while time is short, That is on you, postwavetrading.com. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take profit along the way and give none of your profit back in the form of a losing position. Peace.